Hello and welcome back to iRacing. While I'm waiting for this week's race room schedule to come out, I thought I'd jump back in the Mazda MX-5, particularly when I checked out the iRacing calendar and saw that this week's SimLab Production Challenge is at Spa. It's a track I've raced on a lot in recent weeks and I've really enjoyed it, but this is going to be a different type of challenge. It's a 40-minute race. That's way longer than I've ever done before online, so it's going to be a real test of concentration and stamina. Qualifying went really well in this one. I lapped a 2:53.1, which has put me 6th on a grid of 31 cars, so easily one of my best qualifying performances in iRacing. So let's see if we can carry that form through into the race. Got away pretty well again. I do seem to start much better in iRacing than I do in race room. Gonna keep it out wide here. I've got someone inside me. Run a little bit wide, and that's picked up the first incident point already. I'm not going to be quite as worried about that this time. It's a very long race, so a couple of incident points aren't going to make too much difference as we hit Eau Rouge for the first time. Got through those first few sections safely, and we're lying in 5th place, so it's a really good start. It looks like I've got Eduardo behind me catching a bit of a draft, so I suspect he might have a look up the inside. If he does, I'm going to give him all the space he needs. I don't want any incidents this early on. He's having a look, but he thought better of it. That's fine. So we're keeping hold of 5th. And a bit of space has opened up, both in front and behind us. So we just need to settle into a rhythm, stay safe. But a really optimistic start. Oh, there's contact up ahead and a huge crash! That green Mazda was getting serious airtime as I went past. That was a big one. And it also means we're up to 3rd place. Incredible. Oh, and the insults are already flying on the text chat. Although that one is looks like it's referencing Eau Rouge, so that might have been a separate instance to the one that we just drove past. But yeah, that was massive. So an already encouraging start has just been given another major boost to give us a top 3 position. I'll be getting a nosebleed in a minute. Anyway, now things have settled down, let's take a look at the replay and see if we can see exactly what went down on those first few corners. This is the start, and I got away really well from 6th there. Decided to stay on the outside line. Look at the space to the inside of me. I could have cut inside, but I decided against it. I wanted to stay out of trouble and give everyone lots of space. In the end, I gave them way too much space. Look at that. That was an unnecessary incident point in the end there. Then, a few corners later, watch the number 7 and the number 6 car. These were the two that came together in spectacular style, right there. Amazing. I've seen some big Mazda wrecks in iRacing, but that was one of the biggest. It probably goes down as a first lap racing incident, but do check out the green number 7 here. Probably wasn't the best idea to try and squeeze up the outside there, because there really wasn't much room anyway. It wasn't going to get him any reward given that the next turn is a left-hander, so yeah, that probably could have been avoided. Eduardo behind is certainly gaining now. He had that look up the inside of me on lap 1 and then lost a bit of ground, but he's certainly coming back now. I know he's got the pace, so I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a move at some point before the lap is out. Yeah, he's sizing up the inside now, so I'm not going to defend too much at this stage. Going to give him some space, and I'll probably need to ease off the gas because this turn coming up is normally flat out, but there's not room for 2 cars going through at the same time. So yeah, eased off the gas slightly. Not too worried about slipping down to 4th place at this stage. Oh, I've gone in way too deep there. That's messed up my line. MX ruined me exit as well. Ran wide, that's another incident point, but I've lost a lot of drive out of the corner. It's going to give Callan on my left a chance to get up alongside, but he is on the outside. As long as I hold this inside line and keep it tight in this turn, I should be able to hold on to the position. Yeah, Callan's not had the drive out of the turn, so we have held on to 4th place there. But I suspect another assault might be coming in a corner or two. Callan looks like he wants the position. He might not be close enough to get in my draft here, so we might be okay for a little while longer. Although, having said that, Callan is coming storming up on the inside. So I'm not going to have time to defend that even if I wanted to. He must have got a really good drive out of Eau Rouge because, yeah, he had real pace coming into that turn. So, okay, we're down to 5th. Still okay. Let's see if we can tag along on the back of Callan. He's obviously got some good pace, so if we can stick with him, that should pull us along. And who have we got for company behind us now? Gert. So I've got to keep one eye on my rear view in case Gert wants to make a move. While at the same time trying to keep up with Callan. Certainly feel like I'm getting a good rhythm going now. The car feels really stable. Generally I'm hitting the lines and the apexes that I want to hit. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself there. But we are sticking with Callan. And just beginning to edge away from Gert a bit, I think. Flat out through here, I love that corner. Oh, I've gone in a bit too deep again. Oh, and I've been hit from behind as well by Gert, who's apologising on the chat. But yeah, I mean, I went in deep anyway, but he must have gone in way too deep. And unfortunately, that's 4 incident points that I didn't want. Oh, there's another big lunge on the inside. I'm going to have to give him space as well. See if oh, and more contact! Oh, no! I didn't even see that second car coming. And he's ended up in the wall by the looks of it. Oh, I hope that wasn't my fault. I thought I'd stayed wide to let the first guy come through. And I don't think I drifted off the outside line. So I'm going to hold off sending a sorry on the text chat just yet, but I'd like to see the replay just to be sure that it wasn't my fault. Okay, this is the first incident with Gert. As you can see, he's right behind me. I broke late, but he broke even later, just clipped me. And it was only the slightest of contact, really. It seems a bit unfair that we both get 4 incident points for that. This is the view from Gert's cockpit. And yeah, to be fair to Gert, he apologised straight away, but there wasn't too much to be sorry for there. I mean, no real damage was done. Just one of those racing incidents, really. And then at the next corner, I have to deal with a really late lunge from the number 5 up the inside, but he makes it stick. I give him the space, but the 14 tries his luck as well, and I just didn't see him. And there's contact. Obviously, he spins off, and I stayed on. Now, I really want to look at the overhead replay here because I want to pay special attention to both of our lines as we exit the corner. Ideally, I should be holding that outside line and the 14 should be hugging a tighter inside line on exit. And yeah, he didn't do it. He went straight back for that racing line and cut my nose off, so I don't think I did too much wrong there. And actually, that was a pretty careless rejoin as well. He almost caused another incident. Just goes to show how quickly things can change. I've dropped a couple of positions, and in the space of 2 corners, I've gone from 2 incident points to 10 incident points. Neither contact I felt was my fault, so that makes it even more frustrating to get 8 incident points, but that's racing. But it does mean I've got to be careful now. And looking in my rear view, Alan might make a move. No, he's going to think better of it. Oh, terrible exit again out of there. Lost all drive. It looks like Alan's going to have a look on the outside, but this happened a couple of laps ago. I know that if I hold the inside, I should be okay. Keep that inside line. And oh, someone spun ahead. Where's that? Right there. So I had to ease right off the gas then, so I have lost another position. That was Amit spinning out in the worst possible place for me there. I was trying to get on the gas on that inside line to defend my position, but I just had no opportunity to do it. I couldn't see Amit until the last minute. It's a blind corner. So yeah, we're slipping down the order now. Definitely the right thing to do, easing off the gas there, as I certainly didn't want to pick up any more incident points. Any more contact with the car, I'll be up to 14 points, and that's getting a bit too close to disqualification territory. As Amit looks up the inside of that turn, he's not got the space to do it. I don't want to get too close again. I don't want to be touching any cars now. Need to protect my incident points. Really need to keep with these guys if at all possible. Although I didn't take that corner at all well, that will cost me a little bit of time. Oh, I completely missed my braking point there too. That's going to send me wide. Yeah, it does. Oh, and another incident point. I've really got to start being careful now. But let's go back and see what happened to Amit. Much like me a couple of laps earlier, he had to deal with a lunge up the inside, but unfortunately he got clipped. That's why it's so important to keep your eye on that rear view mirror going into that turn, just so that you're aware of who's coming alongside you. Oh, it's just late to the apex there, and I've run wide again. Up to 12 incident points now. Really can't afford any more car contacts, that's for sure. Yeah, so fuel's running low and I'll need to make a pit stop in the next lap or two. Probably do it at the end of this lap to get it out of the way. Feel like I haven't prepared enough for this pit stop. I didn't really pay any attention to fuel loads or anything like that before the race. So let's do the best that we can. Oh, hang on. Oh, my pit limiter's not working. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to do this manually. I'm going to have to control my speed manually going into the pits. This is a disaster already. How embarrassing. Just having to go very easy on the throttle. But yeah, it's been such a long time since I've done a pit stop in iRacing. I pressed the button that I use in Race Room and nothing. I think I must have set a different button on iRacing whenever I first set it up, but goodness knows which one it is. Oh, so I said on the way around that I didn't think I'd prepared enough, and that's definitely the case. I don't even know how much fuel I'm putting in, to be honest. But we're done. And oh, there goes Didier past. So that's one position dropped straight away because he was behind me in 9th before the pit stop. So yeah, not good at all that. I think I overlooked that part of the race really. I saw the race at Spa, I saw it as a 40-minute race, and I thought, well, I know the track, I know the car, I can jump right in. I really didn't think about pit stops. And that might have cost me valuable time because I was well inside the top 10 when I went into that pit stop. But I worry that I might have cost myself a top 10 by not being prepared properly. I expect most of the cars will be taking their stops at the end of this lap, so hopefully we'll see what kind of damage we've done. As I say that, there's a move up the inside and I'm not going to defend that at all. I want to stay well clear. My incident points are high. It'll only take a little bit of contact with another car and I'll be on the verge of a DQ, so I'm going to take it very easy. That also isn't going to help my bid for a top 10 finish because I'm going to be reluctant to get involved in any argy-bargy, any battles. So yeah, what started so promisingly is unravelling now. Thanks to a combination of bad luck with those incident points and also, yeah, my own fault for not rehearsing or planning my pit strategy at all. Again, I'm just not used to it racing the Mazda. Normally it's the sprint races in the rookie series, which are 15 minutes tops. But yeah, this is a whole new ball game. Definitely a learning experience. Be interesting to see how many cars are going in this lap. And how many places we gain back. I've not got a clue where we are at the moment, but the fact that on my relative board I've got 20th position in front of me leaves me to think that I'm probably 21st. Again, hopefully a lot of those places can be made back when cars are in the pits as we go past the start-finish straight, but we'll see. Don't want to be running wide either there, so I'm just being a bit more cautious everywhere now. Okay, those two are both going in, so there's 2 places straight away gained back. So it looks like we're up to 15th. Oh, and again, I don't want to run wide. Don't want to go off track. Just avoided that. So yeah, 15th. Okay. Maybe a few more cars will be going in for their stop at the end of this lap. I can't imagine it'll be any later than this lap. Oh, big apologies on the voice chat too. So something must have happened somewhere. Oh no, it's Tunahan again on the chat. He was the driver who was kicking off on the first lap, wasn't he? There's threats of reports being sent out. Tunahan not happy at all. Matthews apologising. So we've got to the point where the bickering on the text chat is more interesting than the race, as I'm out on my own. And don't say sorry. Oh dear, he's not happy at all. Don't quite know what he means by 4 minutes. Maybe that's the amount of time he's got to spend in the pits having his repairs done or something. I'm actually intrigued to see what's happened between these two guys, so while it's quiet for me on track, let's take a look at a couple of replays, and we'll start with the very first lap. Now, Tunahan is the number 1 car. He's on the outside going into Eau Rouge, and it looks like the most minimal of contact, but it actually spins Matthias off first, although Tunahan loses control as well at high speed. He's completely wiped out there, and then causes all kinds of mayhem behind. There's cars going everywhere, and that's another huge accident on the exit of Radillon. But yeah, look at it from above. I mean, Tunahan was obviously very aggrieved because he was on the chat complaining straight away, but there doesn't really look too much in it there. If anything, Tunahan has spun Matthias out and then lost control himself of his own doing. That's certainly the way it looks to me. Now, it also looks like Tunahan's having connection issues because he keeps blinking, and that plays a big part in the second incident. This is what caused the latest dispute between the two, and as you can see, Tunahan in front suddenly vanishes. This is the view from Matthias' car. Now, I think he would have probably hit him anyway because he did brake rather late, but it never helps when you've got a car that keeps disappearing in front of you like that. And as you can see, the contact was made. But yeah, I think Tunahan needs to take his share of the blame, particularly for the first incident, and then also for having the connection issues that make it so difficult for other drivers around them.
White flag, stay smooth.
So last lap time. I did wonder if we might get one more lap in than this, but obviously not. And it looks like we might gain one more position. Yeah, we are up to 11th. So I think a top 10 finish is just a little bit too far away from us now. Look, 3.3 seconds the gap to 10th. I don't think I'm going to bridge that in a lap unless Nathaniel makes a mistake. But yeah, what were we? 7th, 8th when we went into the pits, and then just never regained that top 10 place when we came out of it. So yeah, I have to take the blame for that, for not being prepared with my pit stops. It just shows what a huge effect it can have if you don't get it right. So certainly if I do this type of race again, I'll be paying more attention to that, that's for sure. But that's why you do these races. You make mistakes and you learn from them. Generally, it's been a pretty fun race. The 40 minutes has certainly flown by. It doesn't seem that long. Car still feels pretty stable. I'm still on the same tyres that I started the race with. I did switch off tyre replacements on the grid at the start, as I always do for rookie races. But the tyres have held up pretty well. We're not sliding and slipping too much. Sometimes in like 15-minute rookie races I feel that the tyres are going away from me, but the fact that we've done 40 minutes around Spa and they still feel pretty good. Just need to take it steady around these last few corners. Don't want to get sloppy and give away any more careless incident points for an off track. So nice and steady to the chicane. And we can bring it home in 11th place. And out of 31 starters, that should give my iRating a nice little boost. Although the safety rating probably not so much with all those incident points.
Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
So let's call up the results quickly and we can see the top 16, and yeah, there I am in 11th place. Must admit it's slightly frustrating to see Alan, Sergio and Carlin up there in 5th, 6th and 7th place. I was battling with all three of those drivers before my pit stop, and thanks to my lack of preparation, my pit strategy let me down, and that's cost me the chance of a top 10 finish. So for now, I'm going to chalk it up as a learning experience, and I know that when I come to do this type of race again, I need to be better prepared and come up with a better plan of action. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the longer video, and I wish you all a successful week of racing.